Yeah, taking off where I left last week. I was showing that this brush is wearing down at an angle. So I just had an idea. I think I can just rotate this to put the low side out here. And if not, I can't use this anymore because it's starting to hit here. Okay, I reversed it. Like I say, this thing tends to want to tilt. Okay, so last week I got from here to here. I've been working on this for about an hour and a half. This is the hard spot because I can't get in there. Trying to hold 11 pounds up, it just wears you out. I just gotta be careful not where the bottle cap is hitting. I don't use that muscle enough on both hands. Something to do with gripping that as hard as you can. So all that I'm gonna get with a grinder, like I did last video. So I think I'm gonna do some of the trunk. Just try not to grip it hard. Again, you don't really know until you rest and then it starts hurting. Okay, I'm working on the trunk. I'm gonna show you the best way to do it that I came up with. It does heat up, so keep moving around. Okay, I started off right about here. The more I went along, the more my hands and arms loosened up. That doesn't mean I'm not going to pay for it tonight. I got this. The trunk, I wasn't even going to do the trunk. And since I was at the trunk, I did this and some of this. And this. And that. So really what I got left, the big pieces is here and up there. And then I got to take the chrome off. You know, this piece. This. Take out this cowl. Anyway, I'm getting there. We'll see how I feel tonight. It's completely filthy in here. I got to go up to the house, get the leaf blower. So this is where it used to be red. That's the XL patch. And here's the white car patch. Look at the dust on here. It's everywhere. So the car, you know, the question I had, would the car start rusting? No, it's not rusting. This is a great tool. Okay, so I turned the heater off. I'm gonna open the door, go get the blower and blow this place out. Okay, so I spent 3.5 hours on Friday and 3 hours today. That's 6.5. So these drum discs cost about, I think they cost like 25 bucks. Not sure what these cost. Let's just say 5. But I'll tell you, it is worth it. So I can't wear it down any further than that. That's it. Listen, smooth. It's got dust on it. It's really amazing. It doesn't really gouge it at all. I mean, I can't. Here's my fingernail. There's nothing. So I blew everything out. I mean, there was a ton of stuff went out. And this is a bonus because I wasn't even going to do this, but I'm glad I did. That actually rested my arm. The hardest thing is holding that tool up. But I tried to keep switching hands, turning it different directions, try to use different muscles. Here's a weird thing. You see the red? It's a reflection off this. I don't know if you can see that. Looks like a red stripe right there. So here's how it looks close up. I think I already showed you. Here's a close up. See, where's my finger? It is really fine marks. It's a great tool. Oh, by the way, you know, I've done a lot of sweeping in my days and blowing the floor with the air hose, but you get one of these DeWalt 20 volt max, this thing blows the shop out. What I do when I really want to clean, I start up there, I just keep working away, open the 3 doors and that door, and just keep blowing. Just do it 2 or 3 times. It works amazing. Okay, it's day 3 on this stripping this paint. I'm only working like 3 hours a day. I don't want to hurt my hands, and I'm old. I got a great excuse now, I'm old. Okay, well, I'm gonna try from here to here. Then I'm gonna do some of this. I was thinking about this. If you got weak hands or you haven't used your muscles or you're old, this thing it just is an abnormal thing. I don't use it all the time, but try to, I think I said this yesterday, it's hurting. Well, I already showed you, but try moving your hand this way or gripping tighter here or here, whatever it takes to not hurt that area. And then doing a flat area to me is like a rest on my hand. So I'll do this and then I'll rest my hand on there. Then eventually I'm gonna raise the car up and get down real low where I haven't done it yet. Right now I'm reaching down. This I'll save for later. And again, like I was saying, I gotta pull. I've been thinking about how I took the XL apart. Yeah, you gotta pull this trim off. To get this piece of trim off, you gotta pull this off. To pull this off, you gotta take the windshield wipers off. So it's yeah, it's 46 degrees, but I got the heater going. And I'm just gonna do it, you know? So the way, again, I don't know if I explained it, I probably did 100 times. Hard to make videos. I just do as much as I can with the drum sander, then I drop back with the grinder with a blue brush. And I've been wondering, why doesn't this scratch this paint real bad? And I guess because this is hard plastic, not metal. It'll scratch it. But I'm telling you, man, it's an amazing finish on this. Then if you watch close, you probably can't see in the video, but how do you know when to stop? When you can't see any more paint on or any primer. It shows up really easy. Then I was looking at my video last night. I don't know if you can see it, but right here, that might be lead. So they leaded it in right here. Oh boy. Okay, it's 2 o'clock. I started at 10, 4 hours. I think that's 3. I think that's 10 or 11 hours. Okay, so again, I'm gonna do this every day until I'm done. I started right about here. So we got rid of that white. Here's the patch I did a long time ago from the white car. Then I don't know, my arm was killing me. Then I did the hood, the lid, the roof. I don't know if you saw, but I was cutting it in. Anyway, I don't know what to tell you. My arm started killing me. Again, right? I'm gonna point to it with this. It was killing me right there. There on my hand, there. Both hands, and up through here on both arms. So I kept trying to switch positions, up, down, loose, tight. Go between this and the grinder. This was a rest. When I did the roof, that was like a rest. Because I didn't really have to do anything. But I will tell you, if you do this, I've already said this once, it does get hot. The metal will get hot. So keep moving it. Because right now you see there's no oil canning. When it starts getting hot, it starts to oil can. But as long as you don't get it too hot, it'll come right back. So again, I'm just gonna say how I did it. Just get like layers off. Like this had white and blue, get the white off, 1 pass. Get the blue off in like 4 passes because that's thick. And the final pass, you want to get any primer that's left over. Just keep working at it. It's a bitch. So any Bondo work I had done, I ground off. Well, I didn't get right here. I think tomorrow, I'm gonna do my best to get this off. Again, I guess that's gonna be all with a hand grinder. That and maybe some of that. It doesn't really matter. But since I'm doing it, I want to try. I did find a little bit of rust. You can't even see it unless you're right up where this piece of trim goes. Somewhere there's little like needle-sized pieces of rust. Besides that, this car is rust-free. I mean, because I did the work a long time ago. Oh, I also got to raise the car up. And anything below here, I tried to get off as much as I could, but I need it up about chest level, so I don't have to reach down. I want to be able to go up like that. So both sides there. And that, the cowl. The last thing I want to do is the trim. Just because that's what I want to do. There's no real reason. But getting back to this thing, I highly recommend you use this. So I don't know if you could tell, but I used it. If you hold it just like this and just let it do its own work, it'll take 3 or 4 times as long. But if you grab it and push down, it'll go through the paint fast, but it will get hotter faster. So you need to keep moving in here and over here. Yeah, I didn't even want to strip this, but I am glad I did. It's a good experience. This tool, it never got hot. It never got hot, and I ran for like 3 hours straight, and I had my mask on for 4 hours. Looks kind of cool, all silver. Get rid of all those different colors: blue, white, black, red. That's it. So today's Wednesday. So I worked, let's see, Friday. Is this Wednesday? I can't remember. I think it's Tuesday. So I worked Friday, Monday, Tuesday today. What I say, I'm going to try to remember. I think I said it was 5.5 yesterday plus 4. We'll just call it 11 hours. So I got 11 hours into this. Yeah, I'm just going to add this before I forget. So I did this whole car. There's one drum I threw away because it got too small to use. And then again, like I said, I think it was this video, if you reverse if you take it out and reverse it, see, it's still a little bit more. But once it gets to this point, you can't go any further. Plus, the flatter it gets, the harder it is to get into tighter spots. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is lead. They had it on my Trans Am. Right there. I'm gonna do this. I don't want to do it. I'm tired of doing it, but I do want to do it. My arms are so tired, I'm having trouble holding that thing up. I can't hold up any longer. My arms are dead. The only way I can reach it there is with this. I hit the radiator. Okay, the grinder hit a screw sticking out. Popped, somehow hit the radiator. Got a pinhole so small, like a needle. I was gonna let it drain. So I'm done sanding. I'm beat. I can hardly hold my arms up anymore. So 3 hours today. Show you what I did. Okay, well, if you watched the video, you know I did that. I got everything down below eye level because I raised the car up. There's a pinhole right there. So as soon as that stops draining, I'll close the pedcock. Let's see. Oh, so I hit there's these screws sticking out. So I got what I could. Oh, I could have done more. Got down in there. I guess I can cut these off. These are the ones that I can't get to this. These are the side trim. There's a screw right there that I can't get to. I've been thinking about how to do it. Well, I can't open the door right now. So I got down here. It's pretty much done. I mean, on the outside, there's still things that I could do on the inside of the trunk, but I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'm done for a while. I'm just tired of it until, well, what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to take this chrome off. I know I talk about this every day, but you know, in the video it seems like a couple minutes, but to me it's 24 hours. Take this off, take this off. You know, finish sanding around those edges. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this. I don't know that I want to paint everything. I might just paint it black. I might paint this black. I might paint this black also. I just don't want, I don't feel like pulling the hood and trunk off. It's just a hobby car. I still got to get this. This mess on here is when I tried to use that chemical paint remover. Spray it on here, and then the dust stuck to it. I forgot to disconnect my battery. So, like I said, 3 hours. So that's 13 and a half hours. When I say 13 and a half hours, that means getting the tools out, blowing the shop out, moving the tools around. That's not bad. But I'll tell you, there's dust everywhere. Look at this. It's everywhere. So if you can, do this outside. It sticks to your clothes. And wear gloves. When you get tired, you slip, look at that. So there's no cuts on my hands. Look at this table. Everything's covered. So the hole is right there. Like a needle. So I'll fix that like I fixed this. All you gotta do is put some epoxy on here. These things are just cooling fins. It's these that matter. Yeah, I just blew the shop out. But I noticed the car was leaning. See, it's leaning. So I looked underneath. It fell off the, well, it's not on the pad. I think what happened is when I headed all the way down, I kicked that. I think I remember kicking that. These are okay. The front one's off a little bit too, so. Anyway, luckily it caught the arm. Okay, so again, it's not easy to make these videos, but anyway, today's Wednesday. So I worked on it Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So like I was saying, I gotta cut these off, take this trim off, do this, then I can get the rest of the paint here. Any Bondo that I had put on before, I took off. You can see there's a dent here. Can you see that? I had made a patch way back. I had made a patch down here. Both these rockers were, I forget what they call these now. Trunk extensions were rotted. So this really has two patches. It has the red patch, and there's a patch here somewhere. I can't really remember. So yeah, you can see the other patch here. This was all rotted out. I had to make this the best I could. There's a video on that. It was a bitch. Now that I look at it, I can't really tell. I had fixed the piece of rot in the trunk. So I think I broke this loose. So there's Bondo there. Not sure how to get this out. I probably won't even try. Maybe I will. I had enough with serious grinding for a while. We got this patch here. There was some Bondo down in here. I think I made a patch here. A patch there. But But it's pretty rust-free. That's what I was trying to do. I'm not no artist. Just some old guy retired, keep him busy. Take this off. No, I think I did pretty good. I'll tell you though. Let me look at. I'm gonna point this thing at my face. I don't know why, but I'm gonna. You know, when I was a kid, not a kid, up to my whole life, well, not my whole life, but when I was like 17, I became a carpenter. I remember swinging a hammer and my arm would go numb. If you ever thrown a baseball and you throw your arm out, that's how my arm felt. Anyway, doing this, using this tool here that I just used, it takes a toll on you. You probably should really, if you're smart, do it for like 3 hours, wait a week, 3 hours, but whoever said I was smart. But I did it. A lot of times I just wanted to give up. I mean, I couldn't raise my arm, my hand hurt, I was tired, my stomach started hurting. But I just pushed through and I did it. Right now, holding this phone up, my hand hurts a little bit, but what I've been doing is taking Advil. I never take pain medicines, but I knew it was going to get me if I didn't. So I took 2 Advil every day I did the car. I'm going to take 2 tonight. But it looks good now. I mean, getting rid of all those mismatched paints. It just, I don't know, man. It's like my first instinct is, don't even paint it. Just put a clear coat on it. Who cares? I mean, it's just a hobby. Oh, and if you're doing my Trans Am, if you're bidding on my Trans Am, it's on eBay. I saw that it's 28,000, up to 28. I have a reserve. Somebody asked me, is it a real special edition? Yeah, it's a real special edition. It's numbers matching engine, numbers matching transmission, numbers matching, well, I'm going to say the rear end, but it's the original rear end, but it's been rebuilt. Added disc brakes in the back, rebuilt the motor, rebuilt the transmission, rebuilt the whole car. It's not perfect because nothing's perfect. But anyway, it's for sale, and I'm going to use the money to work on this. Okay, I got the lift back in order. You know, I'm lucky. If that pickup point had hit just the floor, it probably would have pushed a hole right through it. You know, another thing I want to talk about, Justin, if you're watching this, Justin was helping me, and his arms were killing him. He had to stop. I mean, I've been there. Well, luckily, like I said, I started young, so I was always in pretty damn good shape. But when I hit about, I think he said he's 38. When I hit about 40, I said, hey, I can't work like I used to work anymore. I said, I got to become a foreman. I mean, I already was, but I had to really become a foreman, get on the bigger jobs. So, yeah, right about 40, your body just starts to go if you work really hard all your life. Somehow, at 70, I'm still walking around. I'm very lucky. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm just going to add this before I forget. I used 2 of these on this whole car. Again, I think I showed you got to reverse it because it starts wearing down. I used 2 of these and probably 3 of these. This is how they look new, but after you use them, they round over. So 2 of those, like 3 of those. I bought some sandpaper. The other thing I'm wondering, do I epoxy this now, or do I put, if anybody's watching this, can I put Bondo on the metal, or do I have to put the epoxy and then put Bondo on it? What I've read is Bondo it's porous. So if you put it on the metal sweats probably. It'll leak through to the paint eventually. So I think what I'm supposed to do is put epoxy. That's why I took all the Bondo off. Put epoxy, just spray it on just like it is. Then put Bondo on top of that. then put some kind of clear coat. I mean, not a clear coat, a primer on top of the Bondo areas, and then I can paint it. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. But if anybody knows that question, I'm asking. But doesn't it look cool? All silver. I think it looks awesome. Yeah, it's Thursday. This is why you have to wear a mask. This is from, I don't know, a day or two. Don't breathe this garbage. So I'm gonna grind these 2 off and 2 on the other side. I got this new light. It's great. You can put it anywhere. There's a little lip right there, which you have to get it off that lip. When you put it back in, it just snaps in. Okay, this is gonna be a long video, but anyway, I got the window out. I got the trim off. A little bit of rust right here, but it's not destroyed, if you know what I mean. It's just rust. And then got some rust here, but it's solid. This dash, I want to pull the dash out, but I'm thinking about just stripping it right where it is. Again, this is why I didn't do the interior yet. I just fit it. Here's inside the cowl. Let's see, what else did I do today? Today's Thursday, I think. I don't know if I said that or not. I patched this hole from yesterday with epoxy. I marked some spots that I was talking about how do you know when you're stripped? Well, see, there's some that's not stripped. Just that's not much. So I went around and circled it. Just when I was bored. Maybe some here. I don't know if that's rust or primer. Anyway, that's how you tell. You can see a little bit here. Just get it down where you don't see anything else. So I got the trim off, window out, clean the window. I'm gonna spray this black. That's why I did this right now. Let me say this. You see these pieces here? They have, from the factory, they put material on there. I guess that wouldn't scratch the glass, but they're long gone. I guess this one was over here. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. At least I got something done. Oh, so these are the pieces that go up on top of the windshield. You saw me snap the trim out. These are the ones that go up on the door weather stripping where I pulled it out. These flat ones go, these flat ones hold the chrome piece, the big white piece in. These are aluminum, I think. These hold in this piece of window trim, this piece of trim here, right there. These screws for the cowl are, let me think here. Well, they're either these or these. So again, this is for me. This is above the windshield. This is the trim that holds the weather stripping in that area. One of these is the cowl to body, and one of these, I think this is a cowl to body, and this is the bottom window trim to body. Anyway, that's it. I'm just going to spray this black. Let's see, I did something else. I cut these off, I ground these off, pushed the bolt through, cut the antenna off. So the antenna's wire's down in there somewhere. Took off the windshield wipers. Here's those pieces. So now I can get the rest of the paint off. This here I'm going to just paint black with my rust reformer. Again, I can't hurt anything. The interior is not, you know, there's nothing in there I have to really worry about. Overspray. I think that's what I did today. I'm going to tell you one more thing after I spray this. So I was nervous about working today because if I can show, from holding up that grinder sander thing, I started getting twinges of pain. It'd come and go, come and go, come and go. Right now it doesn't hurt because from my experience in construction, once you start working, the pain goes away, your muscles work, but then later on when they relax, they start hurting. But I just wanted to get this done. Okay, this is gonna be the last day of stripping paint. I usually don't make videos this long, but I just want anybody that's interested in stripping their car, this is what you gotta do. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do, and then I'm just gonna do it. So I gotta get this. I'm not really sure about it. I think I'm just gonna get right here. Here. Along the roof. Hit a couple of these spots that I found. Here. Yeah, in upcoming videos, well, first of all, let me say this. Again, I'm just talking off the fly here. I gotta prime this car, but it's very dusty in here, and I guess it's still winter. It's like January 29th or something. And I got the heater blowing. If I have the heater on, it's gonna blow dust everywhere. I have to turn, I guess what I'm gonna have to do is turn the heater up, get this place warm, get everything ready, turn the heater off and spray it. I've never done it before, but it's only primer. And then, well, what I'm gonna do first is there's a couple dents. This one, there's one down there. I think what I'm gonna do, the problem is this is right in the way of this lift, and I don't wanna do it on my back. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do it. Maybe lift the front of the car up or something, I don't know. But anyway, I'm not gonna put any Bondo on. I'm just gonna fix the dents as good as I can. I'd rather have an indentation a little bit than a bulge, because that means I have to sand it off. That's what I'm gonna be doing next, I guess. And I'm just gonna prime. There's a couple more dents down low on the rockers. I'm just gonna prime what you see. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do on the inside. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do in the trunk. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do under the hood. I'm just not sure. I have a color picked out. I think it's the same color the car was originally, but I'm not sure until I put it on. So that's where I'm at. And then I gotta take some paint off the cowl. I don't want to be down here very long. It's 11:30 a.m. And I'm going to put this fluid back in the radiator and see if I fix the leak. And clean up this stuff. So if anybody watches this video, I think I said something about this earlier. What grit should this be for a primer? To me, Man, it's pretty damn good. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Another thing I can do is I bought a windshield a long time ago. Again, I took this one off because it's cracked, or it's got a bullet hole here and here. Notice it's tinted. It's got this yellow tinting, or maybe that's just faded. I don't know. I think it's tinting. But I got a windshield upstairs, and I was thinking about just laying it next to it, but I guess that really doesn't do any good. It's either gonna fit or it's not. But again, I'll put the glass in after I don't know. It probably should happen after I paint, but I'm not sure. I don't want to screw up the paint. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, one more thing I might do today. Strip off some of this padding. I really should pull out the whole dash, but getting on my back just is a killer for me. And by the way, this console here is different than the usual console because it has the swing away steering. It's got a bump in the console. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, I'm not really sure, but I'm thinking the interior is going to be black. I'm thinking. And I actually like to make my own seats. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I've never sewed anything in my life. Again, this is my own car. I want to do what I want. I'd like to have like Levi material on the seats. Heavy Levi. It may look really stupid, but that's an idea I have. Anyway, to work. Okay, I found some rust. Right here. Might be a little there. I'm gonna grind that off. Okay, here's the rust here. That's the worst spot. A little bit right here and here. Right there. A little bit here, see it? So I'm just going to spray this with a rust killer. Like I did before, you can always grind it off. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, I stripped the car. Then I decided to do the dash, and I don't know. I just kept doing stuff. Anyway, it's done. I think today I did another 4.5 hours. I forgot what that is now. I have to go back and look at the video. I think it's 24 hours. Anyway, I'll just walk around the car and I'll show you, and that'll be it. Okay, well, if you watched the video, you know what I did, but this is, again, I look back at these sometimes. I sanded around the antenna, sanded, grinded, whatever you want to call it, did along here. Yesterday, I put this rust killer here. Today, I put it on this rust spot, so we're here, wherever there's black. I think there's a spot over there I forgot. Ground this. I mean, I got the paint off there. Up along here, up along there, along here. Along there. Anyway, here, let's just look at the car. So there's the dash now. I didn't want a pad, but you can see that that's the bad rust, right? There. But like, you know, after I did the Trans Am, I decided I was going to build a car the way I wanted. I wanted these seats, so I put them in. I don't want a pad, so I'm taking it out. Whatever I want to do, I'm doing on this car. I went around and touched up some spots that I found they weren't quite done. Oh yeah, I got these edges here. I don't know if you can see the lead. See the difference in sheen from here to here? I think the car looks really cool right now. So again, my plan from the beginning was I just wanted something to build. I decided on a 64 Galaxie. This quarter was rotted, so I bought a parts car. It's a white Galaxie. I think it's what they call it, a sedan, or I don't know. It's the windows like this, but the panel was good. So I got that one. I also when I was looking around yesterday, there's a square patch there. There's a square patch there. We'll just look at this close. I can look back someday. Let's see. Yeah, I better spray this before I forget. You see it? A little bit of rust right there. That's all I found on this side. Again, I can sand this stuff up. A little bit right there. Let's go look at the other side one more time. Again, it's supposed to, it says, instantly converts rust to a protected paintable surface. Whatever that means, I don't know. And you saw, if you want to get your dash off, you saw what I did. I tried brake cleaner, but the goof off, once you get it off, put that on there, it took it right off. And then just grind it. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I probably did something else, but I can't remember. Here's the screws from the heater heat ducts. Here's the screws from the bottom windshield trim, door windshield top and sides. Top windshield trim, cowl. Do that before I forget. I didn't have time to fill the radiator because I decided I needed to start the car up. I patched the radiator, but to fill it all the way up, I got to run it to get the air out, so I didn't have time. But man, I'm feeling good. Oh, my wrists were killing me again. I'm just gonna point again, right? This is my pointer, right there. They were screaming, stop, stop. And then yesterday, you saw yesterday, again, it all blurs together, but yesterday I took the trim of the windshield off. My body didn't hurt at all because I started using different muscles. But now that I went back to use the same muscles again, they haven't had time to heal. But I'm not complaining, I'm just letting you know, in case you do it, especially if you're old. If you're gonna do something new, like if you're gonna start lifting weights, do very little. Slowly add more and more. Not that you can't do it, but when you get old, your muscles just they don't recover like they used to. So that's it.